After 7 long and fun years, we now have Fortnite Chapter 6. And just like every season and chapter, we're introduced to a lot of new things, including new movement, new locations as always, new weapons, and new features. Now personally, when I go back to when I played Fortnite in the Chapter 1 days, I loved it when the game changed. I loved it when new things came by. I loved all the changes. But now, sometimes with me and a lot that I'm seeing with the community of Fortnite is those changes aren't turning out so nicely. Why is that? And now we're here with the newest release of Chapter 6. But will Chapter 6 be good? Now with Chapter 6, we have a new map. And with the new map, we have a lot of interesting landmarks, like Shining Span, Shogun's Solitude, Foxy Floodgate, and Night Shift Forest. There's also bosses around the map, and they're pretty crazy bosses, and fit the theme of this season, which is ancient Japanese kind of styled. We also have new creatures on the map, which are called sprites, and depending on which one you find, depends on what they do. One heals you, and one throws you in the air and you can redeploy. And then we also have the new weapons. Some other changes is the movement, which is a very big change. The new movement literally lets you roll on the ground once you're a certain height and jump off walls. The new map has brought back the train, but a new variation of it. Now, I just listed everything new to Chapter 6. Are these additions good? Well, let's break it down real quick. The bosses are kind of crazy. The bosses have pretty decent health and are pretty hard to fight sololy. If you're a pro, probably not. If you're an average player, it's probably gonna be a little difficult. Now let's talk about the map. The map is actually really good. It looks really nice and there's a lot of interesting landmarks. Like I said earlier, the Shining Span. Shining Span is a literally giant bridge which looks amazing. Seaport City is kind of like the Chapter 4 Season 2 Mega City. The Night Shift Forest has a lot of beautiful purple trees, and Foxy Floodgate is an enormous dam. The map also shows various seasons. It looks like we kind of have an autumn side, a winter side, and then some just summer side with some grass. So I think the map looks pretty great. Now let's talk about the weapons. Now with the weapons, there's actually an addition to them. Gravity will no longer have effect on the bullets. So when you shoot a bullet, it will go directly straight. It will not slowly go down, it won't slowly move, it will go directly straight from what you aim at. Now let's talk about the battle pass. We start off with this cat skin, eventually getting to Baymax, and then getting to the tier 100 skin, which is actually pretty dope. It's not a bad skin. All the skins feature Japanese kind of looks to them, which is really nice and fits the theme. Now, some people I saw had an idea that Godzilla should have been tier 100, which that would have been a great touch. Because personally, and I feel like a lot of people would agree, that tier 100 should be a very hyped and big skin. But something humongous that changed with the battle pass coming with Chapter 6 is XP. There are no longer battle stars. In the old seasons, you would get battle stars and you could pick whatever you wanted to get, and that's just how it worked. You would just collect battle stars. Well, that is gone. And now it's kind of like OG Fortnite where it was just XP that leveled you up the battle pass. But what is the problem with this? It takes a very long time to level up. I've seen a lot of people saying that they should be this level, but they're only this level from their playtime. Now, I don't know if this is Fortnite's way of trying to slow people down by going through the battle pass, but I do not think this is something people enjoy. And so that is a major difference you're going to see. And so that is all the additions and differences in the new Chapter 6. But now it's time to answer the question, is it good? And my answer is, not really. Now, of course, this is just an opinion answer. Obviously, it's not my answer does not determine what Chapter 6 actually is. But just going off an experience of Fortnite Chapter 6, I just don't find it that great. I love the map. It's awesome, really. And I love the style of the season. The bosses look cool, and they give off cool powers. And you can also find their swords at some locations. And the swords are pretty fun. But in my opinion, I just don't think the bosses are all that much. Now, Chapter 6 as a whole has a lot to come, as we have the OG Fortnite mode coming out, which is going to be awesome, hopefully. And there's so many updates that can come to the game and will come to the game that can completely change Chapter 6. But let me know in the comments what you think of Chapter 6 Season 1 so far, and I have one more thing to talk about. The shoes. Fortnite recently added shoes in the game, and they might be the most useless thing you could buy in Fortnite. And I go over those exact problems with the shoes in this video. Check out this video because you might rethink purchasing these shoes.